May 27, 2015, from Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. It was WWE's NXT on the WWE Network. In the main event of the evening, we had Sami Callihan versus Solomon Crowe versus Kevin Owens as the NXT Champion. Took on Solomon Crowe earlier in the evening when they started off. Owens was in the ring cutting the promo. Solomon Crowe came out, he challenged him, and so they were going at it, and I was very happy to see this as the main event of NXT, as these two guys are legends on the independent scene, and it is awesome to see them at NXT, and it's going to be great to see them make it up to the main roster sooner than later, as these two guys are very talented. And in this match, Kevin Owens fighting dirty. He didn't want any part of Solomon Crowe right straight up. He went right out to the outside of the ring, and then he just pulled some dirty tricks as he used the outside to get a little hardcore. Of course, Solomon Crowe is used to getting hardcore, but he ended up, using the outside to his advantage. Kevin Owens did, and he ended up taking advantage of this match, and early on he took control. He was just beating on him. It got ugly. He was just beating on him. As you could see, he was trying to send a message to Samoa Joe. And Solomon Crowe, to his credit, he was taking that beating. He took one hell of a beating from Kevin Owens. This match was brutal. It was physical. He was just going off on him. It was crazy. It's like he's been just dealing out the punishment to everybody in NXT, and tonight was no different, as he was just freaking laying them out, just laying into him. It was crazy, and he just kept tossing them to the outside of the ring, and it was just nuts. But Solomon Crowe did end up getting in some offense. He got in some kicks. Kevin Owens was being kind of cocky, and he was telling him, show me why you belong here. And he showed him why he belonged there. And Solomon Crowe definitely does belong in NXT. Said he took one hell of a beating. He kept on fighting. Got to give him credit. Definitely want to see more of Solomon Crowe. But once Kevin Owens ended up hitting him with that pop-up powerbomb, that was it. 1, 2, 3, Kevin Owens wins. Just moments earlier, Solomon Crowe had got him with a pretty impressive flying knee in the corner, but like I said, once he got him with that pop-up powerbomb, that was all she wrote. And he covered him when Kevin Owens covers you for the pin, he doesn't cover you in any lazy fashion. They're not lackadaisical pins. He really pinned you, and he covered him up pretty good to where that was that. There was no chance of a kick out. And then after the match, Solomon Crowe, he still wasn't giving up. He still had some fight left in him, as he was just kind of clawing at Kevin Owens' boot, and Kevin Owens was like, alright, you want some more? I got you. He tossed him back outside the ring like a rag doll at this point, after taking that vicious pop-up powerbomb. And Solomon Crowe, like I said, to his credit, he never gave up. He kept on fighting. He is one tough son of a bitch, but Kevin Owens, he is just vicious. He's the champion, and he's been out for blood, and he was looking to end Solomon Crowe. He had him in position. He was about to powerbomb him onto the edge of the ring apron, but then Samoa came out, and he saved Solomon Crowe. So Samoa Joe comes out to save Solomon Crowe. Kevin Owens backed up off of him. He let him down. He let him go. He hadn't quite picked him up yet. He just had him between his legs there in position. But, jumping into the ring, he actually laid down the NXT Championship belt on the mat, pretty much as a challenge to Samoa Joe. He'd been talking pretty big. He'd been talking pretty tough at the opening of the show about Samoa Joe. And he laid down the belt as if to issue a challenge saying, hey, you want the belt? Come get the belt. Well, Samoa Joe does want that belt, and he came out to the ring. But once he came out to the ring, he came and jumped up on the ring apron. Well, Kevin Owens just grabbed his belt, and he hightailed it out of there once again, just like at Unstoppable. And he said at the beginning of this night that he was like, hey, I'm not scared of Samoa Joe. I was just giving you guys, that moment, and I'm not afraid. I didn't run because I'm scared. Well, what's his excuse here? What was his excuse? How come he ran here? He wouldn't even get as close as he had gotten at Unstoppable. He got out of there before Samoa Joe and him had a chance to tussle. They didn't even get really face to face. He just grabbed the belt and ran away. And he said, you know what? He pointed at Solomon Crowe. He says, that right there, that's a message to you. That's what I'm going to do to you. He's like, I'm giving you a warning. I'm giving you a chance. I'm going to do that to you if you don't get out of here. So Kevin Owens does not want any part of Samoa Joe. You don't issue challenges. You don't issue a warning to Samoa Joe. He's just trying to scare him off because he doesn't want to face him. He didn't want to face Sami Callihan. He didn't want to face Solomon Crowe. Heads up. He had to go outside the ring. He had to fight dirty. He couldn't just beat him straight up. So what's up with that, Kevin Owens? How tough are you? I mean, you're such a tough guy, but you don't want to fight Samoa Joe. Well, they are going to fight before long, and he's going to have to fight Cena. Maybe that's his excuse, and say, oh, well, I fought a hard-fought match against one of the toughest men from the independent scene, the king of the death matches, Solomon Crowe. Of course, that's Sami Callihan, but Solomon Crowe here in NXT. And then he's like, oh, I got John Cena on Sunday, he's U.S. champion, he's John Cena. I can't, be fighting Samoa Joe in between. I'm fighting so much, Is that his excuse? Is that what he's going to say? Well, we'll see. But, it won't be long before Samoa Joe gets his hands on Kevin Owens, and that is going to be freaking awesome. I cannot wait. But I thought this match, though, was pretty cool. It's Solomon Crowe and Kevin Owens were mixing it up. Kevin Owens, man, he was just vicious. And it was pretty much all Kevin Owens. Solomon Crowe did get some offense in, and I would like to see Solomon Crowe in some more action, hopefully sooner than later. I hope that he doesn't end up sidelined because of this match, although he did not take that power bomb to the ring apron, so he should be alright. So hopefully he's going to be back, like I said, next week maybe, or the week after. Like I said, NXT, with only an hour, they don't get to showcase everybody. They got so much talent. I wish they would go to 2 hours. That would be awesome. But it was pretty cool seeing this match. It was like a dream match, seeing these two guys go at it. It was definitely awesome seeing this on NXT, and definitely looking forward to more of this, as NXT is just awesome. It just continues to deliver week in, week out. It's just a great show, and definitely worth the price of admission of getting the WWE Network. And the thing is, it's something you get along with the pay-per-views every month and everything else. It's just, NXT is awesome. And things are going to be heating up even more so. As good as it's been, it's just going to get better, especially with Ring of Honor coming to Wednesday nights and TNA. So it's just going to get better and better from here. Like I said, I thought this was awesome. I hope they go to 2 hours. We could get, longer matches and more matches, and they could be showcasing more of the talent each and every week. We did see, some backstage stuff too, where they were showing some guys who are going to be coming up. But anyway, for this match, though, I thought it was pretty cool. Let me know what you thought about this match between Kevin Owens and Solomon Crowe. I thought it was awesome. Let me know what you thought. What did you think about Samoa Joe coming out there? I thought that was pretty cool. I would like to see them actually have some kind of physical altercation, although I don't mind that they're making us wait. I mean, good things come to those who wait. So I'll be patient. I'll wait, and it's going to be awesome once it does go down. It just makes it all that much better once it actually does happen. So that's going to be pretty cool. But as for the show, I thought it was a good show. As always, NXT is awesome, and this was actually one of the better shows of a good show. So this is definitely a pretty sweet episode, and I would definitely recommend going and checking it out on the WWE Network if you haven't already. But if you have already, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Definitely interested to read your thoughts and opinions. Thank you very much for listening. It is appreciated.